definitely practice this even if you're on your period. But take it a little slow if you're in the first or second day. If you're on your third day, it's absolutely fine. But I will tell you all when you all can practice certain asanas and when you all should not. So when you all are not wanting to practice the asana, you all can just come back to this position, place your palms on your knees and just close your eyes and relax. All right? Everyone clear? Super. So when you're here, just get comfortable on your mat. Sit cross-legged. You can also use a cushion underneath your hips to elevate your spine. So you feel that your spine is elongated and you feel a nice stretch along your spine. Slowly just rotate your shoulders a few times. Place your palms on your knees gently and close your eyes here. We just check into our bodies, check into our minds. What are they saying today? Inhale deeply and exhale. So I want to encourage you to exhale through your mouth. So why you should be doing this is to release any kind of blockages that you may be feeling. So this time when you inhale, you'll make a sigh. And let go. Completely surrender. We try that one more time. So inhale and sigh. Super. Bring your awareness to the present moment. And bring your palms in a namaste at the center of your heart. Bring your awareness to your breathing. If your breathing is feeling shallow or ragged, gently ease into your breath. And just take a moment here before we move on to our practice. Gently bring your palms to your knees and open your eyes. So we move on to a kriya called Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is a cleansing kriya, a cleansing breath that we use to purify the body from the inside. So if you're on your period or if you're having high blood pressure, please don't practice Kapalbhati. You can still sit like this with your palms on your knees and continue breathing. All right. So for Kapalbhati, place your palm on your belly. Take a nice deep breath and you should imagine you're blowing out a candle. All right. So we just do 10 breaths. And as you exhale, you should feel your forceful movements, just pressing your belly in towards your spine. All right. So we just do 10 to just make sure that we're doing it correctly. Just observe what I'm doing first. So inhale and exhale. So you will feel that your belly is moving in towards your spine. Don't force that movement. You have to exhale through your nose. All right. So this time when we practice, we'll do 20 strokes at least. All right. So close your eyes if you feel like it, or you can continue with your eyes open. Inhale and go. So as you get to the end of your end of one set of breathing, you will feel a spontaneous pause in your breathing. That is called a Keval Kumbha, something that you must experience. It brings in calmness and relaxation. So the next time we're doing Kapalbhati, I want you to experience this pause right after you finish your set. All right, so we'll try that one more time. Make sure your spine is straight, arms relaxed on your knees. Inhale and hold. Gently open your eyes. I hope you all could experience the Keval Kumbhak and you all could feel that spontaneous pause in your breathing. So, all right, get rid of the cushion for now. We'll move on to the more exciting part. We'll warm our bodies up before we move on to our asana. All right. So from here, get seated in a comfortable position. Make sure that your seat bones, the base of your pelvic girdle, is in direct contact with the mat. Again, if you feel that it's not happening, please use the cushion. Keep it right underneath your hips. You can rotate your shoulders here, open out your chest, place your palms on your knees. Your chin should be parallel to the floor, and you should feel that your spine is stretching up towards the ceiling. All right, we'll first move with neck stretches. So move to your side, gently moving your neck as we warm our bodies for what's coming. And it's very important to move with your breathing. So you have to make sure that your breathing is in sync with your movement. So as you make the movement, you will exhale and bringing it in, you will inhale. Inhale, exhale. Superb. So we'll say yes. We call this the pizza move. So imagining that somebody is giving you like a large pizza and you're just saying yes, a big fat yes to it. Super. Slowly, gently get your ears to your shoulders. This time with assistance, so use your right hand to gently, very, very gently pull your head away from your shoulders. Don't force this movement. You can use the other hand to get your shoulder away. Gently, with very gentle pressure. We store all of our tensions in our necks and our shoulders. So that's just what we're trying to loosen. Super. From there, get your hands in front of you, interlock your fingers, and we'll do something called a seated cat and cow. All right? So interlock your fingers and pushing your hand away. So you will feel that your shoulder blades are opening up, pushing your hands away. Look in towards your navel. Gently inhaling now. Raise your arms up, open out your chin and chest to the ceiling. You should feel your shoulder blades pushing into each other. Again, reverse that. Exhale, come back down. Seated cat. Inhaling, open out your chest, lift your chin up to the ceiling. Stretch the front of your body. And get your hands down. We'll move with side stretches now. So placing your left hand on the mat. Inhale, raise your right hand. And gently as you exhale, start bending to your side. You can use your left hand down. You should feel a nice stretch along the side of your body. Make sure that your chest does not collapse here. Keep your chest lifted, your heart is still open. And if you've got something written on your shirt like I have, I should be able to see it. Stretch away as much as you can. Inhale and come back up. We move to the other side. So place your right hand down now. And inhale, raise your left hand. And using that, start bending to your right side. Again, don't collapse into your chest. Open up, lift your heart, lift your chest. We're stretching the side of our bodies. Awesome. Super. Come back up. From here, we move to arm movement. So we'll do something to isolate our shoulders and our arms. So place your hands on your shoulders. Slowly get your elbows together and give them a nice rotation. Circle, circle. This time reverse that circle. Make a nice, draw a nice big circle with your elbows. You're just warming up the shoulders. Super. Place your left hand on your heart and your right palm underneath your chest. We'll do something called diaphragmatic breathing, just so we can engage our cores here. All right. So for diaphragmatic breathing, you will place your palm, your right palm, on your diaphragm. That's right underneath your rib cage. It's right there. All right. So as you inhale, you will feel the diaphragm moving down and your belly filling up with air. And as you exhale, you will feel your diaphragm lifting up and your belly collapsing in towards your spine. Take a moment to experience this. All right. Get your palms back down and we move to an animal posture. So in your animal posture, we first make sure that our posture is correct. So when you're here, make sure that your wrists and your shoulders are in one straight line. Your elbows should not be pointing forward. So rotate them to look at each other. Your hips and your knees should be in one straight line. And your core should be engaged. All right. So you should feel like your upper body and your lower body is trying to sandwich your spine together. All right. So as you here, make sure that your alignment is safe. Drop your belly, lift your chin and chest, and stretch into cow. And exhale, lift your belly up to the ceiling. Round your back and let your head hang down for cat. Reverse the movement. So belly, chest, chin lifts up. Inhale. And as you exhale, reverse the movement. So belly comes in, hugs your spine. Slowly release your head down. Keep pushing the mat away. One last time, belly goes down. Lift your chin and chest away from the mat as you inhale and exhale. Round your back. Let your belly hug your spine. Super. From there, we'll stretch into child's pose. So just get your hips down and raise them on your ankles. Place your palms a little wider than shoulder distance apart. Feel that your spine is elongating from your tailbone right up to your neck. If you're feeling this is a little too much, you can make fists with both your hands and keep them underneath your head. and stay here for as long as you feel like. If you're on your period, this will really help with cramps. All right. Slowly start moving up. From here, get into Dandasana. So stretch your legs out in front of you. I hope you all can all see me. So place your legs out, stretch your legs out in front of you. Again, your seat bone should be in contact with the mat. Open out your chest and shoulders. Make sure that your spine is still straight. And press the back of your legs firmly into the mat so that your back and your quads are completely engaged. Alright? So inhale, lift your arms up. And as you exhale, start folding forward from your hips. So it doesn't matter what your range is. It can be to your knees, to your shin, ankle, your toes, anywhere. No problem. Wherever feels most comfortable, but try not to round your spine like this. Alright? Open out your spine, lengthen your spine, and gently inhale again. And as you exhale, start folding forward. Reach your maximum limit wherever that is. And gently release your head and settle into a forward fold. You will feel a nice stretch along the back of your legs, your hamstrings. If you're ready to come up, slowly place your hands back down. Inhale and lift your body up into Dandasana again. So from here, you can place the soles of your feet together. Lift your hip up and get as close to your heels as possible. Interlock your fingers, hold your toes. Gently open out your chest and your heart. And with your elbows, press your inner thighs so that they are away from each other. Alright? So straighten out your spine here. Inhale. And as you exhale, start folding forward into Baddha Konasana. Keep lifting your chin and chest up and start folding forward. You will feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs. This really helps with opening up the hips and with stimulating the reproductive organs. And when you feel ready, slowly lift yourself up. Come back up. You can shake your legs a little bit if you feel like it. And get back into your seated position. Knees bent, knees pointing upwards. We'll try a half Naukasana first. So Naukasana is something that you should avoid if you're on your periods right now. But if you're on the third or fourth day, you can definitely try this. It's not as, it should not be avoided as much. For the rest of you all, we'll first try half Naukasana. So lift your spine, make it straight and lean back. Alright? Engage your core here. So suck your tummy in, your belly moving in towards your spine. Alright, we'll try a half boat pose first. So with your engaged belly, inhale, lift one leg up and get that back. Inhale, lift the other leg up and get that back down. This time we'll try both the legs. So lean back further, engage your core and lift both your legs up. You can keep your hands underneath your knees. Stay there. For 2 and 1. If you're feeling adventurous, you can leave your hands pointing straight forward. Keep that core engaged. And get that back down. Super. That was really nice. We'll move to the more fun part. So, lie down on your mat, making sure that the back, your spine is completely in contact with the mat. So if you're feeling that you're having an arch, press your lower back down on the mat. Alright? So here it's very important to make sure that your back is completely imprinted on the mat. How you're going to do that is you will tilt your pelvic bone. Alright? So you will tilt that pelvic bone, tailbone pointing towards your heels. So you see this? This is an engagement of your core when you're lying down on the mat. Alright, so we'll do something called Setu Bandhasan. Something that sounds very difficult, but it is not, don't worry. So with that pelvic tilt, with that tailbone pointing towards your heels, engage your core here. Make sure that your palms are down on the mat. Engaging your core. Lift your hips up until you feel that weight has shifted into your shoulders. Keep pointing your knees forward, lifting your hips up and engaging your glutes here. This is a very important posture for thyroid regulation, thyroid stimulation. So it's one of the most important asanas for PCOS. Gently place your hands on your ribcage, under your ribcage, and vertebra by vertebra, slowly come back down on the mat. We'll try that one more time, just because it's a little more engaging. So hands down, tilt your pelvic bone down towards your heels, and lift your hips up into Setu Bandhasan. If you feel that your chest is pressing into your throat, that's absolutely fine. You can interlock your fingers and place them underneath your back and push your shoulder blades into each other so you feel your chest is opening up here. Keep pressing your knees forward. And when you feel ready, interlock, remove that interlock and slowly get your upper back, mid back and lower back slowly down on the mat. Alright. We'll move to Sarvangasana, one of the most important postures for PCOS. This is one of the very important postures that we do. So if you're on your period, please don't try this. And if you're having high blood pressure, please don't try this. Also, if you're having neck pain, do not try this. You can stay here and breathe. Alright? So for Sarvangasana, we will get into our Setu Bandhasan, and from there, we will rise with our bodies completely supported by our shoulders. Alright? So please don't try this. If you've never tried it before, you can try it probably a little more when your bodies are warmed up to this. Alright? So lift your legs up until they are at 90 degrees and lift your hips into your hands. So the weight of your hips is supported by your hands. Alright? From there, keep lifting, pressing the weight of your body into your hands till you feel that your mid back is supported by your hands. Keep looking at your toes. Straighten your spine here. Straighten your body. This is super important for the regulation of your thyroid. And when you feel ready to get back, you can lower your knees down into your face first. Hold your hips and gently, vertebra by vertebra, slowly get your back to touch the mat. Super. Take a moment here to absorb this practice. You can get one knee into your chest and the other knee into your chest. Lift your head and shoulder up, placing your nose somewhere in between your knees. Releasing the effects of any kind of lower back strain. Gently get that back down. Straighten out your spine. From here, you will get back up into a Malasana. So what you can do is you can probably hold your knees into your chest and rock yourself up with some force to get seated back again as we shift to Malasana. Alright, so Malasana is a garland pose. Malasana. So get seated on your the feet and open out your feet almost hip distance apart. Alright. So it doesn't matter if your heels don't reach the mat. It's absolutely fine. You can use a folded up towel and keep it underneath, something like this, so that wherever that is, you can support your heels. All right. So while you're here, this really helps with reproductive health, and it literally reverses the effects of PCOS. And I've seen that, I've experienced it. So we make sure that our backs are straight. You can see that from the back as well. So this is not where I want the posture. This is where I want the posture. All right. So using our elbows, gently press into your inner knees so that you feel that your pelvic girdle, your hips are opening up, your inner thighs are opening up. And wherever you feel most comfortable, join your palms at heart center, open out your chest, lift your heart up, look straight, and gently feel the effect of this asana. Close your eyes here if you feel like it, or continue your gaze forward. You should feel a deep grounding in this posture. This really connects you to the earth. It connects you to the most primal source of energy in your body that is located at the base of your spine. It deeply connects you to your root chakra. So when you feel ready, gently get back into a squat. You place your palms down and you first fold forward. So keep your body down. Keep lifting your spine to make sure that it's straight. Place your hands away from you so you feel an opening along the back of your legs. You can hold your elbows here. Gently surrender your head down. Move from side to side. And when you feel ready, place your palms down, raise your hands up, and you stack your spine to stand straight, absorbing the effects of your practice. Take a moment here. You can place your palms at heart center. Be thankful for your practice. Be thankful for your mat. Be thankful for your body to show up today. Take a couple of deep breaths here in Tadasana. Release your head down to your hands. Smile and namaste. I hope you guys liked a small little practice that we had and that it was helpful.